yeah, one of these days we'll be able to have a good Christmas and everything. So Jesus walks up and he goes, "Excuse me, I can't help overhearing your conversation." And you know, I'm out here and I like to help out people during the holiday season. And they're looking at him, like, what's he saying? And he says, "Hold on a minute, wait right here, and I think I know what to do to help you out." And they're like looking at him, and he walks into the toy store, whips out his triple titanium card, buys the two items for the dinosaur and the doll for the girl, and brings them out, and he gives the packet, the bags to the mom. And they're like, and they said, "We can't take this, we can't pay for this." He says, "No, this is a donation, a gift," and they're saying, "Well, we don't like to take donations from anybody because we never know when they want us to do something for them that we can't do, and there's got to be some kind of angle." He says, "No, there's no angle. I do this every holiday season." And they're looking at him, and he's looking at them, and this strange feeling of this warmth comes over them, and he says to them, "You're going to have a very good holiday season, and God bless you, and peace be with you." And when he says that, it's like this peace comes over them. It's like lifts them up off the floor, sort of, and they're like completely not understanding what's going on. And the kids and the crowd and the security guards are back watching this. And by now the security guards are calling on their radio to their base, saying, "We got a possible situation developing here. We're going to keep an eye on it, but you may want to call the city police because this guy here is he's doing some strange things." And he's having a crowd follow him. So Jesus is walking down towards the middle of the mall. Now the kids are found, the security guards are found, and this couple and the two kids, they're sort of watching and kind of following also. So now there's a little trail of people, and one of the security guards says, "I think it's time to give the police a call." So they call it in. They said, "Oh, we'll send an officer over in a little while." And they said, "Well, maybe he should come over a little sooner. This looks like it might be developing into some kind of a situation." And so he gets down towards the middle of the mall, and of course there's a big carousel over to one side of the middle at the end of the food court, and towards the middle end of it, with big glass windows and everything. And so he's walking down, and the kids are following him, and there's a big line, at the carousel with little toddlers and very small children and parents waiting to get on to take the ride on the carousel, because that's what you do, with little kids at the mall. And all the food court places and McDonald's right near the carousel is open, and it's getting crowded. So there's a big line, and there's a lot of frustration, and the ticket guy is there with a cigar, and that's not lit, and one of those fedora hats. He looks like something from the 1940s, and he's like, yeah, one at a time, it's $5 to ride on the carousel for 10 minutes. So Jesus goes up to him and says, "Oh, can I buy a group charter?" And he said, "Well, yeah, it'll cost you $100. He goes, "For everybody here?" He said, "Yeah, for 10 minutes. So he whips out his card and pays for it. The guy, eyes pop open, and he kind of chews on a cigar, looks at him up and down, gives him the once-over, going, just kind of wondering what's going on here. And this guy doesn't like it. Look like he's in charge of this group here. So he lets them all on, the little kids and everything. They got their sodas and everything, and popcorn and burgers from McDonald's and everything, and they're all getting seated. And so Jesus gets on the carousel, right? And he sits down on one of the benches in there, not on the horse, towards the middle. And there's a little boy there. And he sits down. The carousel is starting to go around with the music. And he looks down at the boy and says, "What's your name?" And the boy says, "John." And he goes, and John goes, "And what's your name?" And he goes, "Oh, my name is Jesus." And the little boy looks at him like, "Whoa." And he said, and the little boy looks at him, and the carousel starts going around. Jesus smiles at him, he smiles back, and they're holding on because the carousel is starting to move pretty fast. But in about another 2 minutes, it starts moving very fast. Apparently, downstairs in the switch room, a switch blew, a circuit blew that runs the motor for the carousel, and for some reason the motor kept on going, got power, but there was no cutoff switch got blown or something like that. Something electrical happened, and the carousel starts going around really fast, and the kids are screaming and yelling. Food and fries and sodas and everything are flying everywhere, and the kids are screaming with joy. The parents are holding on, gripping tighter and tighter. You can see their knuckles getting white on the horses and on the little benches they have on the carousel. And this thing's whipping around, and the ticket master's kind of looking at this, and he calls down and he goes, "There's something wrong here. This carousel is not supposed to be going like this." And by then the police come, and by then there's been more calls that there's a situation going on at the mall with by the carousel, and it looks like some kind of a group thing, and Homeland Security gets a call, and the fire department. And it just so happens that the mayor is there with his wife, because there's going to be a choir singing, a city choir sing downstairs, and all the choir people are there, and everybody's crowding towards this incident that's going on, and the carousel is spinning and spinning really fast, and the kids are screaming and laughing and yelling, and finally maintenance runs downstairs and throws the off switch, and the carousel finally starts slowing down. And the police show up, the fire department's there, the mayor and his wife are there wondering what's going on. They're all standing there, and they don't know what's going on. The carousel stops, and everybody gets off in a daze. And the kids are saying, "This is the best ride I've ever been on." And they're all standing there looking at each other, and the police are the detectives and the homeowner are trying to get a statement from anybody on exactly what happened. And security guards gave them their story, and they're saying, "Did anybody get this guy's name?" And little Johnny raised his hand and says, I did. And I said, they go, "Yeah, what's his name?" He said his name was Jesus. And they look around and they said, "Well, where is he?" And, by then Jesus had, disappeared. And so they're all standing there. And he said, did he say anything to you else? And Johnny said, "Oh, yeah, he did. He wished